All right, all right, all right. I think we're live and ready to go. Why does it say that this stream has been going for an hour already? I don't know. Couldn't explain it. Did you guys see what happened to MYO just now? It just went from like 530 all the way down to 516. Doesn't sound like that much, but that was big volume on that pullback just now. Pop out the chat still. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started here. Nothing's running right now, so let's start with a normal intro and get the housekeeping out of the way, and then we'll dive into the watch list. So first of all, guys, good morning. Welcome back, guys. Another day, another dollar. Hopefully, after the two red days so far, a little bit ridiculous, but luckily our swing trades have been kind of putting us back into the green. Day trading has been a little bit weak lately, unfortunately. Whoops. Was checking out some other traders, such as Ross, and looks like he's been getting stiffed as well lately in these conditions, which is totally normal. Sometimes it happens. It's all about managing your risk on these days that aren't that great. So guys, yeah, with that in mind, guys, first of all, welcome back to the stream. Good morning. And just for a quick reminder for everyone that's new, guys, this is first we review the watch list, and then we trade the market open every single day. Today, after all, is Wednesday, like we just said. It's September 16th. And it's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got another 13 minutes before the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested, around 10:30, we usually start talking about swing trades a little bit more. It really depends on the market conditions. You know, if it's really, really hot, I don't mind trading till 11 either. But I typically do wrap up at 10:30. Also, a quick reminder, guys, this is for education and entertainment purposes. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock. A lot of my trades are in the same 1 minute candle. And since I think YouTube has like a 20-second delay or a 10-second delay, it's very hard to trade based on what I'm doing. We can all generate ideas together, but you know, copy trading, this is not the place for it. Yeah, and please do not spam as well, or I will have to put you in timeout or kick you. We usually don't have too many issues with that. Check out the video description below, guys, for some more FAQs, and let's dive into it here. You know, KODK, I don't know, like what is there to say? I mean, this company is so much full of fraud and SEC issues, and apparently they got lawsuits coming on every front. They did submit some kind of formal apologies, so that's kind of good. I don't know. I'm not crazy with this ticker. Like, obviously we're having a nice little bottom bounce. We've been kind of chilling in this, you know, $6 zone now, finding a lot of support, and every now and then we'll have a little bit of spike off of it. Hit a high of almost $11 here. I don't know, it could be interesting. I did trade it twice after this big sell-off here. Was trying to catch a bigger reversal, bought this dip, got this dip, but I never wanted to hold these very, very long, so two very small base hits there. So on KODK, kind of up here, $30. It's nothing really too crazy. Both the times I was a little bit red, and then I was a little bit green, and then I just closed it out. Like micro base hits, not even a proper base hit. I don't really feel comfortable in these areas. I feel like it could just sell off at any moment. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really not super stoked about it, and it looks like a lot of you guys in the chat room are also not super optimistic about it. I don't know. This could be a simple short squeeze right here. It's hard to say. Let's quickly go to the four hour. We have big resistance right around here at 10. Obviously 11 was some big resistance as well. It seems like this kind of $10 zone is where a lot of these open closes are on the 4-hour. And then we got the 180 simple moving average coming with some big resistance here. A little bit, okay green volume, but again, just nothing really too interesting. I'll be watching KODK today for sure. I'm not sure if we're going to be trading it. What I would be looking for is probably somehow to manage my risk on this one more than anything. So that was a 20% dip here. So we had a high of 9.5. So if we dip again 20% or so, that would put us around the 7.5 range. So maybe trading some dips around 8.5, 8 and 7.5 could be the way to do it. If it does break higher, if it actually does end up breaking here, maybe towards 10, buying a quick pullback to 9.5, maybe having a continuation from there would also be an option. I don't know. In the end of the day, I think managing risk on KODK is the most important thing. So I would rather look for those entries on the half and whole dollars zones to the way to the downside, right? So that would be at 8.5, that would be at $8, and that would be at 7.5. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but that's probably what I would be looking for more than anything else on KODK. Like I said, don't feel super comfortable with this ticker. More so than anything, I think MYO. Can I look at NKE? Yeah, I could look at that one as well. So MYO is much more interesting. I also did 2 little base hit trades on this one. It's easy to think that, I left a lot of money on the table here, but I found like any sort of move over the 9 EMA was a little bit unpredictable. So I was pretty happy to take 2 base hits here. I was able to walk away with like $70 profit. Nothing really too crazy, but, kind of happy with that one right down here. I think the big trade I missed on this one was this pullback to VWAP. This could have been a really, really nice one. Right now, this one's selling off as well. We have 4-hour big time support right here at $5. I missed this one when 7 o'clock opened up on TD Ameritrade. I'm a little bummed I missed that actually. But it is what it is. I'm looking for maybe a retest on 5. That's only a 4% pullback from the current price. So I would actually maybe rather have a larger pullback. So let's think about where that could be. I think a break of 5 could be kind of interesting. And anything in like 475 or something could be quite interesting. We know we have big support at 4.5. I don't know if we're going to get down to that area. So I don't know, maybe like a break of 5 and then buy into the break of 5 in the low 90s, getting into the 80s. So that could be a nice red to green on MYO. It sold off quite a bit here, but never sold off more than 30%. So there's definitely buyers. Buyers are here and ready to go. So MYO, I think it's going to be the lead one I'm going to watch out of the gate. I think it's going to be the lead small cap gapper that most people are going to be watching. It's a 14 million market cap as of yesterday. What else? A 3 million float. That's beautiful. Huge spikeability on that one. U.S. medical device company. And they got medical provider certification. So nice catalyst there. Anyway, I think overall it's a pretty chill pre-market. I think MYO is probably the lead gapper that most people are going to be looking at. And I'm probably going to be looking for this one to have a bit of a pullback. I think it might have a first bounce off of 5, but I would honestly rather see a break of 5. It really depends what happens in the next 7 minutes here. PLIN, I think, is maybe worth to talk about for a bit here. It does have a lot of sell volume, does have a lot of resistance at 1.2. Had that pre-market high of 109. I'm not crazy about this one. It is a 10 million float. Chinese packaged food company. They have some sort of new online marketing scheme. I don't know. I'm not crazy about this one either. I think MYO is really, really the ticker I'm going to be looking at. What I really find more interesting than not on PLN is maybe if it does break actually like this $110 zone, see how high we can go. Maybe if it gets a little bit more momentum behind it and then start watching it from there. But at the moment, like I said, I'm not crazy about what we're seeing here with this ticker. So yeah, we had that fake out here, possibly going to break higher, but I don't know, a lot of sell volume on the spikes. But yeah, I mean, a ticker like this could just keep on pumping. It's hard to say. We'll see what it does. Got another 5 minutes here. got Nike, NKE from Nike Inc. I'm sure you guys are all aware of this company. Up 100% from those lows in March. I really don't know a lot about Nike, to be honest, what this company is up to. Based on their chart, this is a really, really strong run they've had. To me, it looks a little bit overextended. I would have a hard time buying in these highs. This is a bit more something that we talk about after 10:30, but I don't know. I won't be day trading this one, and for me to be an investor behind this one, clearly looks like a healthy stock. But right now, I'd probably be looking for bigger pullbacks and look for an entry, maybe even under a 110. But I don't know. Right now, it looks a little bit overextended. Could be totally wrong, but I would have a hard time jumping on this one. Talking about swing trades and kind of investments and whatnot. DKNG from yesterday. DKNG, invalid symbol ticker or something. Oh, there was a little bit of a apostrophe. I think this one just broke over 50 earlier pre-market, and then it dipped back below it. So yeah, we were at 50.4. This is our swing trade. We entered, where was that, like 46 or so? 46 point something, 46.6, 46.7 or something like that. Again, I'm looking for this one to break above 50. Yeah, totally fine with holding this one for a little bit. We could dive a little bit more into the swings later. Another 3 minutes here in the US. MYO still selling off. MVUS, let's see here what's going on this one. Yesterday I had a pretty big high. 1.5 is big resistance on NVUS. This was a recent gapper. Wasn't doing too much trading yesterday. MYO is selling off again. A lot of sell volume right here before the open. 0.8 to 1 looks like some interesting support. This could be quite an interesting spot for NVUS. Right now, it doesn't seem like it has... Well, does it have a catalyst? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anything going on with this ticker today, but could be some interesting swing trades coming up for this one. Could be a good entry. 4 hour, decent support, decent upside. It really depends. I don't know. I would have to look a little bit more into this one long term. So far, we've had a lot of resistance here, so I probably wouldn't day trade this one until we had that clear breakout of 1.5. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I mean, it held its highs pretty well so far, so that's actually quite a bullish sign. We'll see what happens. I like to trade the ones between $2 and $7, so this one's a little bit lower priced for me. But if it does have another move higher, it had huge volume on that last move, so it could start popping up on the radar for a lot of people. All right, guys, another minute here before the market opens. Let's make sure we got some limit orders ready to go. We know what we want to trade. We know we have good till cancel here, move today. If you're day trading, what I'll be looking at on my second screen is MYO. I might switch over to that one. I'll keep KODK up on this one. Keep an eye on this one. This could be a nice little quick run. I would not be surprised at all if there was a quick move here higher, maybe even up to 10%. Might even break this $10 zone. Would absolutely not be surprised. SPY up is 0.4%. There'll be a little bit of a green open here. $15 seconds. Get them orders ready. Calm and collected, guys. Here we go. Looking for KODK to actually break higher here. I would not be surprised. Having a quick pullback and then maybe breaking higher from there. That's what I would be looking for if I was going long. Let's see here, 930. That could have been a quick pullback. Let's see this thing break past 9.5. That's what I would be waiting for. Looks like it's pulling back again. It's no trade for me. I'm waiting for MYO to break a little bit lower. MYO just went to 493, guys. Keep an eye on that one. That was a pretty wicked move there on MYO. No negative news coming out. Strong sell-off. Pulled all the way down to 92. Might see another dip. Here goes KODK with that possible break higher that we were just talking about. Nice to anyone that entered right above 9. Congrats, guys. Up already 70 cents a share. Sweet, sweet entry there. 7% move. I'm watching MYO. MYO looks like it might sell off. I have first entry on MYO. Big move there on KODK. Looking for MYO to pop a little higher here. Small size on this one so far. Looking for MYO to maybe break over the 9 EMA. One more attempt here on MYO. Okay, just closed MYO. This looks like it could break over the 9 EMA. This could look actually like a classic red to green. This actually looks pretty strong for a red to green setup. Wanted to get bigger size on that one, but I didn't get my full kablam on it. Pretty good risk reward setup, I think. Let's go back to KODK. KODK halted. Thanks for that call out, guys. I see you writing that. Nice move, guys. I hope some of you guys got it. Yeah, we can review that, Denny's. I really think it was just a pure... there's no major news, so I think it's just a pure technical. Is clearly $6 is massive support, and then anything is going to make a stock rally when there's just nobody selling anymore, right? It doesn't really need too much to make the stock move. MYO kind of having some struggles in this area at the 9 EMA. KODK is going to open up at 37.16, so let's keep an eye out for that. At 9:37.16. That was a quick move on MYO. Wish I had bigger size. This looks like it could dip one more time. Want to maybe keep that in mind. Could also break above the 9 EMA, but I don't know. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with this one. I'm not going to trade a possible breakout here. I'm kind of thinking that this could flush again, so that's how I'm going to treat this. Not sure how low MYO can go even. We were talking about obviously 4.5, 475 is big support. 460s maybe could be a reversal spot. It's holding this area okay, though. You've got to give it to it. It's holding this area okay. 4.8, I wouldn't be surprised if it cracked, though, a little bit. Alex 2020, yeah. Calm down, you're absolutely right about that. This pre-market though, I was trading with like 2.5, close to $3,000, so that was good. I was kind of trying to get a second fill there on MYO to get my share size over 3,000, but it looks like my share size was about like $1,900, kind of on the lower end, but at least we're going in the right direction, so that's good. Trading restricted for this symbol, Denny's. Interesting. That happens on TD Ameritrade sometimes as well. MYO having a breakout right now, guys. Breakout from the 9 EMA, $5. Let's see if we can find some sort of setup here that might make MYO a little bit more interesting to trade. My scanners are not working at the moment in terms of loading on TOS. It's a little bit annoying. It's hard to say which one's the lead gapper, but most likely MYO is the lead gapper right now. I'll go to KODK again since this one's going to be opening up in less than a minute. Man, oh man, I hope some of you guys got that. That was a perfect little reversal here to 9. I probably would have sold on the quick retest here at 950, maybe held here to the 10, I don't know. 16% move, and then this thing got halted. Pretty impressive for a $57 million or 57 million float stock. Really, really impressive. I was expecting this one to sell off a little bit harder, but we'll see what happens. MYO, it's trying to break above VWAP. I don't really see myself jumping on this one just yet. I would like to see maybe for a bigger 5-minute setup or so, maybe a bit of a bull flag. I don't think I would trade the break of VWAP. I don't know. Here we go. Kodak just opened up. This could be a massive short squeeze going to happen here. Who knows? It's really, really hard to say. What I do like about Kodak is the fact that we're actually over some of these last highs. So we had this last big pump here at $9.5, $10, and we actually ran right over that. I see a lot of risk overall in KODK. This thing could, dump down just as fast. Let's see what happens. $10.50 could be an interesting zone to load up a bit, somewhere around 10 even. Sheesh. This is why I usually don't trade KODK. To me, it's a little bit of a just throwing darts a little bit. Good fun to watch though. There's some sellers at their 10. Let's see if we can break back above 10. That was a bigger sell-off than you typically want to see coming out of a hold. 13% candle. MYO also struggling here in this area. I think this one might form a bit of a flag pattern more than anything else. I'll look for an entry on MYO, maybe slightly below $5. KODK selling off again. Yeah, Eric, that's actually not a bad strategy. I feel like that happens a lot with some of these tickers. ADT, I'm totally out of my ADT position. I bought that one. I had a limit order that I got filled on that one, and at like 10.16, I got out at 9.50 something. pre-market when they had the offering news. No longer was a swing trade that I was interested in. Possible fill on MYO, looking at that 39 zone. I mean 93, 493. Wow, very strong move on MYO, guys. Keep an eye on this one. Looks like people are really watching this one. Pretty much the lead gapper on the day because KODK is a much bigger market cap. Putting a limit order here at 93. I don't think it was going to get an execution. Okay, MYO, nice breakout there. AMCX, not sure what this ticker is, but it's the third lead gapper on the day right now. I'm just going to mark it. 5-minute candle breakout here. Strong moves overall. MYO looking pretty healthy. Nice, Tim. Sweet stuff, man. Really nice. MYO. Quick pullback there. A lot of big green volume here overall on this ticker. Could be a little bit of a downside fake out. Hard to say. VWAP right now still acting as big resistance, so can we break above VWAP? That's the big question. New candle in 10 seconds, new 1-minute candle. Multiple support here. (9:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time). 6:10. Look at that. 5:10. Some buyers there. $5.08. Side buyers coming back in this one. Trying to get a small entry here. Started off MYO. 30 seconds left in this candle. Removed my limit order actually. Just saw a little bit of something I didn't like. This bit indecisive right now. Okay, looks like could be breaking out here. 5:17. Not convinced about this setup. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not convinced, but it looks pretty strong at the same time. Small win. Nice, Ivan. I probably would have, if I was in this one, would be taking that base hit. I'd be trading this as an attempted breakout. So just not looking for the full breakout, but just trading the move leading up to it. I feel like it's too obvious, too clean, I don't know. Let's see what happens. No trade on me. Strong there. That was a nice move. Closed higher over VWAP. Nice. Okay. I think that was the confirmation. Sweet stuff, guys. Boom! Look at there. That was a good move. $5.4 is that big resistance zone that we're going to have to start breaking through. Start trending this puppy back to the upside. MYO is looking pretty fun at the moment. Long-term chart, always very, very rough. But we're above the 180-day moving average. I would probably argue that we have a good bit of room to run. Most of that big resistance is right around $8. So I wonder how high we can go on this one. It was a clear break above VWAP so far, holding its highs pretty well. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. 9:46 a.m. Back above VWAP. So this is officially back in an upwards trend. Before that, it wasn't really. It was in kind of a short-term possible break back into an upwards trend. Now it has a little bit more bullish momentum behind it. Nasdaq's down a little bit. That's actually pretty okay. MYO is kind of in a critical spot with that 5.4 big resistance right above, and then VWAP and the 9 EMA right below. It's kind of an interesting place to be for this ticker. Putting KODK on the second screen to keep an eye on what this ticker is up to. So MYO lead capper on the day right now for sure. Small cap lead capper. That 3 million float. U.S. medical device company. That medical provider certificate. 5.4, 5.5 is the big resistance. We are trending above VWAP. So everything's looking pretty healthy on this one. Large caps aren't moving too much at the moment. So this could be a really good play. A little bit slow here, a little bit indecisive, a lot of kind of wicks, little fake outs, making MYO maybe not the cleanest ticker at the moment. But it's quite thickly traded. There goes the MYO flush. I was a little bit nervous for something like that, but I was probably too nervous for something like that too early. Back red on the day here. Well, it's a bigger move. No news it looks like though. Raises price target to 8. It's usually pretty unimportant news. Yeah, let me know about that Fed meeting. I'm actually not too sure about the times on it. Another dip there on KODK. MYO, sorry. Possibly breaking 5 here. No, didn't break 5. This could be a bit of a flag pattern forming. Yeah, Peter, for sure. St. Clair, sorry to hear, man. Yeah, I feel you though. It's like I'm a little indecisive about it too because it's a bit choppy the way the wicks are kind of branching out like that. It made me kind of not want to get into another entry because I felt like MYO, if I bought that 9 EMA pullback, I could easily be down 3, 4, 5% in a flash wick, which might have stopped me out, and that's not the fun place to be. Watch out, Ali. Trading is really not the place to make a quick buck. Well, I guess you could make a quick buck, but you can also lose your account very quickly. So, depends how much risk you're looking to take on. MYO selling off again here. I'm actually still fairly bullish on MYO. Maybe not exactly at this current price, but I do think that this is probably going to be one of the lead gappers here. It is the lead gapper right now. I think it's probably going to continue on that streak. So my thought is, right now we're actually having more of a 5-minute pullback, and then we're going to have probably, hopefully, continuation from there and see some more strength coming in from MYO. So that's why I'm looking for possible dips here again. So right now, 9 EMA is technically the resistance. So I'd be a little bit careful buying close to the 9 EMA. This could be an ABC pattern, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. If we break actually above 9 EMA and VWAP, this could be a setup around 520 for that break of 5.4. So that's another option. Right now we're kind of in this middle territory where I don't really feel like I'd want to take a trade. So I'm looking for that break of 5.2 or a pullback below 5, probably before I would enter a trade. Just watching this one. Could be a dip here. If most of your profits came from Tesla, though, it might mean that you were over proportionally allocated to one ticker, which is a little bit dangerous in terms of risk management. But hey, I mean, congrats on that trade, and the only way to learn is by doing. So that's, you know, step in the right direction. And then, you know, the bigger your account grows, the more you realize it's actually more important to put more focus on making sure I don't blow up the account and keep growing it healthy. That's why, you know, we're trading, what are we trading, like 5%, 10% of our account size right now, very, very quickly, which is still much higher than I actually would even recommend trading. But with the small account, you sometimes have to trade those higher numbers. MYO selling off again here, 505. Looking for this thing to have maybe a little bit more of a dip. I don't even know how much, there's a lot of dip buyers on this one. Sell volume is pretty light, so we'll see what happens. I don't even know if this thing's going to go much lower below 5. I mean, it could have a double bottom at 4.9, 4.8, but crazy. Let's see what we get. Right now, there's no clear setup though. $508, what's going to happen? This could be a break higher at one point. I mean, that sell volume is very weak. Volume in general is just very weak. Just no clear setup right now. I could see this breaking back above VWAP. I could also see it breaking lower. $9.57. Big daily volume so far in MYO. Really, really nice to see that volume. Last two candles were really light on this ticker. KODK found that big support off of 9 again. Nice little bounce there. Congrats to anyone that got that second bounce off of $9. Fairly predictable. I was not watching it. MYO is selling off right now. Let's go back to this one. 503. Entry here, MYO at 92. That was a bit more sell volume than I probably would have wanted to see. Let's just take some risk off the table for now. That was a light move. See what happens with this one. Small, 4 cents a share, nothing crazy, probably like 20 bucks or something. I want to see this thing really start reversing. This is not a clear setup right now. That's why that was a base hit. I'm not looking for any sort of blow away trade right now because there's no clear indicator, right? If I was maybe swing trading this or something like that, this would actually be a nice, you know, potentially low of day entry for a possible swing trade. But I'm not looking for a swing trade. I'm looking for clear setups, and right now I don't see a clear setup for day trading, so that's why I closed this one out fairly quickly. Not the biggest volume on that bounce. Boom, okay, there we go, back to 5. That's nice. Very weird ticker. I gotta say the price action on this ticker is very a bit unusual, almost. I'd almost argue. Okay, nice move there, 503. This is kind of what I was hoping for. I trade falling knives often, yeah, but I don't trade just any type of falling knife. I feel like, and I'm watching a stock for since like 6:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I have a little bit of a feel for how it moves, and then I also typically don't trade after 10:30, which helps me avoid a lot of bad news offerings and stuff like that. So I'm very picky with when I trade. But yeah, catching falling knives is a messy game. I definitely get burnt sometimes. MYO actually looks pretty legit again here. I like this little momentum it's got going for it. I actually thought we were going to have one more little pullback. That's why I kind of got out fairly quickly. This is a strong move. I really like what we're seeing here. I think MYO might be back in play. See if we can get an entry here at 503. See if an entry 503. Typically, I'm not buying so close to the 9 EMA, but on the 5-minute, this is a pretty okay setup. Would be a better setup if we had a confirmed breakout. A lot of buyers back on this one. Last sell volume was kind of high. There's definitely reason to be a little bit suspicious here for sure. Last sell volume was very light though. This whole move from the bottom was about a 4% move. Not the craziest move. 1003 here. Got an entry here at 502. Didn't get my full fill. Such light volume we're seeing overall. I'm wondering if MYO is going to dip back below 5. I'm not entirely sure. So we have 500 shares long here at $5. Possible one more share size here. All right, MYO. Got a pretty decent share size here now. Bit of an overall flag pattern. A little bit harder to identify, I'd probably say. Not maybe the cleanest setup, but I do kind of like what we're seeing here. Second support, 1006. Markets are green slightly. MYO is still our elite gapper on the day. Yeah. Back above 5. I mean, technically MYO is still stuck. Yeah, MYO is still stuck here in this range. I was looking for ideally a quicker move after we got that possible breakout. $10.07. Kind of blind action. Still sellers there at 5. The overall volume in this area has been quite light, much lighter than I would have probably originally expected here on this kind of critical $5 zone. See a little bit of break there at 505, kind of a nice move. Looking for that one move closer to VWAP a little bit. 517. Fairly strong setup here. See if we can take some profits there. Took some profits off the table. Looking for selling here 24. Took the rest off the table there. Had that nice breakout. Got exactly what I wanted. Clean move. Boom. There we go. Wrapped in probably like 200 bucks on that trade right there. Not too bad. Got to keep managing our risk though. Pullback. First pullback. 516 could be an entry. 516, a little bit of an entry. Possible entry at 513. Small position size on this one, smaller than the last trade. Looking for that break of 5.3. Take profits at 20, 27. Wasn't really getting that break as quick as I was hoping for. Second quick little dip trade there. Basically using the 90 EMA as a bit of support. Fairly quick trade. Thanks, guys. Sorry I'm not checking the chat room that much right now. It's sometimes really hard to check the chat while I'm trading. 10-10 right now. Pullback, light volume, VWAP pullback here at 16. I was thinking it could go a little bit lower there, but it never ended up going that much lower. Got to be careful because the last MYO VWAP setups have all been very, very aggressive flushes. So I don't know if I want to be part of that. We see the last one right here. This was not a happy ending. That was a 7% flush. I don't really see that happening right now as hard. So a 7% flush would be very, very strong. But yeah, I mean, a lot of traders were stuck in that flush, and a lot of people remember this situation. So there's not going to be maybe as many strong buyers willing to trade in these areas. I do think MYO might just be getting started here. That was a nice big green volume we see, and it also doesn't have that much selling volume. It's 10:11, so I would give it like another 20 minutes, 29 minutes here for it to like really live its life. And we had a bit of a double bottom on the 5-minute daily chart. So those are all, positive aspects, but I feel like I could find positive and negative aspects on this one very easily. It is, though, the lead gapper on the day, 3 million float. Got to keep that in mind. This one has that spikeability. Medical provider certification, questionable catalyst. I don't know too much about that catalyst, so it is what it is. Let's keep watching it. It's funny, Michael. Okay. Notice that light volume there. $5.13. Possible small size here. Maybe we'll get another continuation from this one. Maybe not. I don't know. 600. I have a little bit okay risk reward now since I bought at a lower price. 520. A little bit of buyers coming back in here, just a tad. Low volume, but it's already moved up quite a bit. Didn't get it. Looks like might be flushing here a little bit. No, I don't know. It's hard to say. Gonna keep an open mind here. Struggling a lot. Could even be a secondary entry. Let's see, this could be that bull flag we were talking about. It could be that healthy pullback. Really want to see this thing break 520 fairly quickly. I don't really want to hang out in this zone very long. 519, a lot of sellers there. Sell volume is just so light on this one. 520, there it is again. Can we break that 520? 520 on the order. I don't know. I think this actually might break out, but I was losing a little bit of faith in this one. I should have not lost faith. I think this one will break out at 520. There goes 520 breaking out, 590 getting chipped away. Boom! 22. Nice! You know what? I don't even get upset that I'm not in this move because it's just so nice to see small caps doing what they should be doing. It makes me, believe in my own trading strategy a little bit more. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, but, it's always just like little, building blocks. Come and be like, okay, boom, that's exactly why I entered that trade. So yeah, I left a little bit of money on the table. I'd probably already be out of this trade. So, it was not going to be a blowaway trade. So maybe could have doubled that one, but it was not really, wasn't really that big of a mover. Boom! Yeah, there's the big cracker we were waiting for. I'm not on this one, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Nice setup there. 4% move from the low. Sweet. Hope some of you guys are nailing this one. Nice one, AP Pro, 1 for 1. Nice Harley on that one. Good stuff. That was a clean one. I think that was probably the cleanest one. I think I just talked myself out of it a little bit. David's 540, come on. Could happen. This is looking pretty healthy. I really do think MYO has a little bit of action back in it. I think a lot of people are looking at this one. Looks pretty fun and healthy. I'm always trying to, I'm always trying to identify the 5-minute setups. Where's the 5-minute setup, right? Because those are good ways to establish good risk reward, get a little bit better entries. The 1 minute sometimes, plays with your mind a little bit. There's a lot of kind of setups in your mind. Then the 5-minute really kind of is that big confirmation. And if you think about what's the most obvious setup that everyone's looking at, that's always a way how I like to think about trading. Yeah, CLSK, man. That one is just a sad story of my life. Another 13 minutes here for what I'm going to be doing. Thanks, Mika, for the $3 donations. Really, really appreciate the support. Nice picture too, man. Oh, have you surfed Portugal yet? I've never really considered it too much for some reason, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm already thinking about going back next year. It's just the waves are beautiful here. MYO had the nice 9 EMA retest, now touching 530. I really do think that this thing might be ready to break out again, but at the same time, this could also be a bit more of a longer term flag pattern setting up here. I wouldn't be surprised. So I don't really see myself jumping in it just yet, but nothing really would totally surprise me. Yeah, I'm in Airbnb soon. Keep it on your list, and check out this place, Peniche. It's absolutely on fire. Keep it on your to-do list. That's what I was trying to say. All right, MYO 520. It's actually, we got the Airbnb for a whole month and a little bit, and it ended up being really cheap, like 550 or 600 euros. It's like insanely cheap. And then we got a rental car for like 8 euros a day. Like, it's insane. I didn't know like you can find rental cars for that cheap. Aiko's really busy. Aiko's starting a different channel as well, a little gaming channel. Wow, MYO with the most ferocious flush ever. This is why I was so sketched out with trading MYO. So if you guys are ever wondering, Alex, why do you take profits so quickly? It's because of tickers like MYO that just do these ridiculous flushes that make absolutely no sense. I mean, what just happened? What is that? 4% almost. I don't see any news. It's totally unwarranted in my eyes. I don't know. Morning, Marco. Thanks, man. What's the live viewers? I haven't even checked all day today. Your Airbnb is the same as my rent. Wow, damn, you got some really cheap rent, man. Nice move, man. Congrats. Nothing like a low rent. That's the smartest thing you can do. Calm down, that's such a sketchy message. Appreciate everyone on the stream. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you're learning something. Really, really appreciate the likes. Goes a long way. It's the easiest way to support this channel. If you're totally new, consider subscribing, guys. We come out with recap videos all the time. We talk about swing trades. We talk about a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, definitely consider subscribing. And let's get back to trading here. Sometimes we also have some really long off-topic tangents, which, everything from water beds to, I don't know, God knows what we've talked about, saunas. So good place to just learn about random things. It's called living in Alabama. All right, good to know. Living in Alabama. I guess that's going to be my next stop. Like if you hate red days. That too, Sinclair. Are we talking about the 3K series? Oh, it's Heiko! I was like, are we talking about the 3K series that are graphics cards? Thanks for Molly. I definitely left a lot of profits on the table. I missed a lot of moves, but I think I got a few of the moves that I really wanted, and I'm pretty happy about that. We got another 8 minutes in the trading day. For me, I'm not totally sure if I'm going to keep trading MYO. KODK, I gotta say, was a lot of nice bounces. Was a lot of good stuff. I don't think I even had one red trade today. Actually, maybe I had one red trade. It's always rare when you don't have a red trade. It almost never happens, but it's always kind of fun when it does. I never strive for no red trades because it's totally unnecessary. But so Monday was a red day, like $111. Tuesday was a red day, like $150. So that's like $260. Today's a green day, $410. Basically, the last 2 days we just didn't get a lot of interesting moves. It was very light, wasn't really anything too interesting. And then we were up a little bit green, then we were red, then we were green, then we were red. Actually, mostly red. And that's why I throw in the towel sometimes. You don't have to get aggressive on days that aren't that good. Today's actually not that good either. MYO has been a little bit of a letdown, but I think the way MYO is consolidating actually makes me feel like it's going to be maybe a late day winner. It's going to be a huge spiker at one point because it hasn't fallen off a cliff yet. So maybe it will turn around at one point. Yeah, I'm down to talk about the 3K series. I've been literally spending about an hour every day. Let's just say like 5 hours a week at least watching YouTube videos on laptops, like in graphics cards and processors and AMC versus Intel. And it's a bit overwhelming, but it's interesting. And I'm pretty ready to get a new laptop. No, I did not, Bren. I did not get an LMND, unfortunately. Red trades are unnecessary. No, you got me totally wrong. Red trades are totally necessary. They happen, and there's nothing wrong with them. But it's always funny when you do have one of those kind of like little mini intraday green streaks, since it's always kind of rare and it just kind of feels nice. But it's totally irrelevant. It makes no difference. Really. I might actually wrap it up trading here. I'm not totally sure yet. We're up $400 on the day. Filled orders. Quite a lot of trades so far. So I'll just go ahead and document this. I really don't know if I want to keep trading at this point. I don't like how kind of slippery MYO is. And sometimes just wrapping up on the high is a little bit more gratifying. Although, if I am technically on a winning streak, it is kind of silly to stop trading early, right? It doesn't really make sense either. Because, if you're on a losing streak, it's good to stop because you don't want to keep on losing. But if you're on a winning streak, maybe you should keep on trading, see how much you can make. I don't know. but I've been on good streaks, and up $4, $5, $6, $7, $800, and then like in my last one or two trades, I give back half of my profits, right? So I've been down that road before. I don't know. It's tough to say. I missed VXRT. You can't get everything. Man, yeah, 500. Yeah, honestly, Heiko, that's oh man, I gotta really look into that. My position sizes on average right now are about $2,500. One of my trades was around $4,000, but I've had several trades today at like $1,800. Based on TradeJournal.co, where I document all of my trades, it tells me for this month my average is about 2.5. For last month, I think it was like a little bit less. I'm gonna do a whole entire August trading breakdown, reviewing all the good stuff, patterns, best stuff, key things that I need to work on. So probably coming out soon. So if you're new, subscribe. I want to see you there. Is it time? Is it time to talk about swing trades? Man, oh man, like part of me wants to, part of me doesn't want to. Okay, let's go to VXRT quickly. VXRT. No, I'm trading with an account of roughly $30,000 right now. Right now I'm kind of keeping it at $30, 30,000. Last few months we went over and I kept on bringing it back to like 28. I don't know. I just got the Asus 15.6 Zenbro Pro Duo. Love it. I used the Amazon for 2.5. Got a scratch on the screen. I call it. Give me another $300 off. Ooh, nice, Tan. Yeah, I was looking at the Duo. But then I was really looking at the Zephyrus or whatever it's called. But it's constantly like out of stock. I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind. The Duo looks really, really cool. I actually went to a electronics store just to try it out because I really think the ZenBook Pro Duo I might end up getting. It's, oh man, so many decisions. So VXRT, you guys know that this one I was talking about quite a lot in this area. I kind of regret that I didn't keep on trading it right around $5. Clearly big support and resistance, so I probably should have been more aggressive in these zones. Did get some nice pullbacks here. I gotta say, this thing's running again, basically off no news. It just shows you that it was oversold. Really, really like to see that. Guys, MYO breaking higher here. This is where the FOMO starts kicking in. Let me run to the restroom, then I'll think about what I want to do. Probably wrap it up though. Okay. If you guys know what just happened, I feel like half of you guys, no, maybe not half, but I would definitely have a few unsubscribes and a few subscribes. I got a little crazy in the bathroom. My whole shirt is wet. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to say. All right, back to trading. So, MYO, let me take a sip of water quickly. Yeah, you know what? I could have kept trading it, but it's probably good at that I didn't. Could have maybe squeezed out another $100 or so. OnlyFans, yeah, guys. It was a quick OnlyFans session. Oh boy, diversification. Okay, so where were we at? Let me catch up with the chat here. Alex is going to be heated. MYO at 5.5. Yeah, I mean, oh god, it's pulling up again. Oh, guys, can you guys trade this for me at least? I feel like I'm losing opportunities right now, but I'd be breaking one of my rules doing this one, and it always doesn't feel that good when you make money breaking your rules, and it feels extra bad when you lose money breaking your rules, right? But hey, this really looks like it's going to break above 5.4. This looks like a pretty solid setup here. I would use smaller size maybe. Welcome to the club, Mahmoud. Mr. Beat challenge. Yeah, Tan. I feel you on this, Zephyrus. It's pretty expensive, so I'm waiting for Black Friday before I order a laptop. Naughty, naughty. Me, myself, and Irene. I gotta look that up. I'll make sure to save it in my browser so I can find a video on it. I really, man, MYO is giving me a little bit of FOMO right now. I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm fine, thanks. Nice, Recon. That's what it's all about. No FOMO, you mofo. I just had to think about what that stood for, but I think I remember. Man, acronym life. All right, so before I do anything silly, I'm gonna close my MYO screen. Oh, it's so... Right now we're having a perfect ABC pattern on MYO. The chance of this breaking higher statistically is quite high right now. That pullback volume was nothing. 1038. I almost hope this thing crashes just so I don't have to keep looking at it. Although I never have to look at anything, right? It's all in my head. VXRT is quite the trickster today. I think my eyes were totally off VXRT. I totally was not looking at this one, but pretty clean moves here. I don't know if I would have had good entries on it though. You would have had to been kind of quick on some of the setups. I don't know how I would have played this one. I really gotta say. Oh yeah, MYO doing exactly what I was thinking it would. MYO with a very clean ABC pattern here. We have the breakout, we have the A, we have the B, we have the C pullback, and then we're getting this flat Beautiful trend line breakout right here. This would be the entry right now. Perfect breakout. I was just about to buy here at 532. Yeah, I probably would have already locked in some profits at 2%. I don't know. We could have made like another 40 bucks or so, but you know, is it worth it? Probably. I don't know. David says I should have just done it. You're probably right. Sell volume is fading. All right, well, let's take advantage of the last 40 minutes here. DKYN. No, wait. DKNG. DKNG. One more, Peter says. One more round. Let's go. Man, you guys are quite the influence over here. How about, you know, next time I'm just going to keep, you know, getting aggressive, 1030. You know, if we see those good moves keep on going, I'm going to keep jumping on them, but I feel like I've already turned my brain off a little bit, so maybe it would be best just to wrap up now. I don't know. Uptrend, one more. Oh, you guys are killing me. I'm super ecstatic about DKNG. Let me just quickly show you guys this kind of setup here on the 4 hour. You know, we had a whole video about this. We talked about it yesterday. We had an entry on this, what was that, Monday or Tuesday? This was, you know, you guys saw this whole thing play out, play by play. Looks like 53 was a bit of a high. So I'm going to think about, you know, how I want to treat this trade. We're up about 600 bucks right now, which is pretty solid because this is a $2.5 thousand position size originally, right? So this is a really strong trade we got here. Why does it say my P&L in the day on ADT is down 217? Hold on. So we had a high here of 53. All right, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. What happened with the ADT? Why am I down so much on this one? I closed out at 993, 250. I don't hold any ADT. Oh, that's why. Okay. I was like, this should only be like a $20 loss. The reason I'm down $217, quote unquote, is because it's calculating this from yesterday, right? So it's always very weird how TD Ameritrade calculates these things. So this loss was actually 250, so 2,000, you know, 500 we could say, and you know, 20 cents. Like this was like a $50 loss right here. Not a big deal, right? So weird how it calculates it like that. But yeah, okay, you get the point. I was like, oh my God, is my ADT position still open? I just got a heart attack. Oh! Josh is cutting losses on Carnival today. Good for you for cutting your losses. That's one of the hardest things to do, but it's one of those things that really is key to become a next level trader. I was actually talking about this yesterday with airlines. I have honestly no idea which one the best airline is at the moment. If I was going to trade airlines, I think on a bigger pullback around airlines, I probably would just go with JETS, which is a airline ETF. Because like I said, I'm totally undecided. I haven't done my due diligence. I haven't done my homework. I don't know which airline is looking the best. Maybe somebody here has some opinions, but at the same time, I don't. Oh God, okay, hold on. Let me quickly go to MYO again. My God, this is so tempting. Knew this was gonna happen. We pretty much walked through this whole entire move like as it was happening. Yeah, I don't know. Could have been a good winner. Could have, should have, but I didn't. So it's actually still 100% in play, to be honest. Could just be getting started. We're just getting big volume here. Technically, the sell-off volume was very light. This is actually looking pretty good. So let me get back on track. DKNG, where would I like to take profits on this one? Obviously, I had my first sell limit order right around 55. I think this thing is still in an upwards trend. It is losing a little bit of momentum, but I don't blame it because this thing from the breakout here from roughly 40, This thing's up 30%. That's huge on a giant stock. So I do think that this move overall is a little bit overextended, and I probably was a little bit too aggressive with even trying to take profits in these zones. So I'm going to look to actually close out this trade. It's a little hard to say where I want to close it out. We had that high of 53. I'm going to check this a little bit later as well. But if I could sell before 53, I'd be super stoked about this trade. So I'm going to probably move my limit order down to 52. Look for a break higher there. I would like to buy back on TKNG. I would leave a little bit of profits on the table, but I think a trade back in this area could be kind of interesting. I'm not really sure if we're even going to get in this area at the moment, so maybe I'm going to look for a bigger move here. I don't know. We'll just kind of leave it at this one. I might keep adjusting it for now, but if I can sell near the high of day today, maybe we're going to have an afternoon run. I'd be pretty excited. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But at the same time, if it hit 53, maybe it's going to go a little bit higher, just having like a little bit of an intraday kind of setup. I mean, we've pulled back very strong before. Okay, well, actually, let me just leave my limit order here for now. I actually feel fairly confident on this ticker, but I'm not going to look for 55. I will probably close this order pretty soon. We're up 30% on this one. I already feel like I'm getting a little bit greedy here, so it's just this one has such good momentum. So I would like to see this momentum hold, and kind of depending on how it closes the day, I'll probably go ahead and adjust this order again. When we're reaching 7. Oh my God. Yeah, you're probably right. This is getting a little bit crazy. Right now it's at 5.5. I mean, there was really no momentum today in small cap land. So I feel like MYO has that ridiculously big potential to just start flying. And look at the sell-on volume here. Tiny. Beautiful, actually. It like slowly sells off. I mean, this is exactly what we're looking for a typical setup. So, I mean, I feel like I have all right to have FOMO right now because this is perfect, but you know, sometimes your rules get in the way of some good trading, but they also keep me from having big red days. So that's good too. Oh, look at this 560. 560 is probably going to break out. Remember, MYO is a little bit slow on the way it moves, so that is definitely something to keep in mind as well. So yeah, enter on the dips on MYO and sell into the rips, right? That's pretty much how it works. Specifically with a ticker like this, sometimes it's not that obvious or like not that rudimentary. Okay, so there we go. That's the 25K challenge account. DKNG, Sono. Man, oh man, I really wish I didn't sell this one, but at the same time, you know, I could have actually bought back at 1250, so that's probably would have been a better idea. I'm turning this into 2 trades. I've been waiting in this area for a while now for that dip, and it looks like we're not going to get it. So on Sono, any major dip on Sono, any major sell-off on Sonos, I'm going to be probably trading. Yeah, and I don't think I have much buying power actually left in this account, so I'm not going to place any trades on this one. So let's go back to the unlimited account, which, yeah. Market is kind of sideways, eh? If you guys are on Instagram, check out Mr. Alex Winkler. I usually don't post that much, but lately I've been stealing stories with the friends I'm with and just posting those. So if you guys want to see some funny footage in Portugal, don't forget to check it out. But yeah, like I said, I don't post too much on Instagram, but right now I am getting a little bit more busy on it, stealing some stories. What else was I doing? So let's review a few of these possible swing trades. MYO is going to rocket. You guys are killing me right now. KODK selling off. No surprise there in my eyes. So we just talked about Sonos. We got American Airlines, that little bit of a dip, but somehow it keeps holding its high as well. AMZN, obviously Amazon, more of an investment than a swing trade. I should probably even take it out of that category. I do like to look at it on the occasion though. Space, I'm going through these kind of quickly because we talk about them a lot. So if you guys want me to talk about anyone specifically a little bit more, don't forget to drop it below. Workhorse, I'll be sure to we'll go over that one. Although, like I say, almost every time with Workhorse, like I'm not a big fan of the price right now, so I'm not going to be trading it. I don't really feel like there's much more I can say about that. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit overly biased. A lot of these they've been some impressive moves, I gotta say. I know Apple was being talked about a little bit here. For Apple and Tesla, I would like to see bigger sell-offs again. I know Tesla had a phenomenal sell-off, but I think these are two stocks I don't really swing trade too much. So once I think Apple goes below 110 and Tesla dips below 300, maybe even to the 250s, both of them I would add into my long-term portfolio as well. Talking about investment portfolios, Bitcoin, I think any price under 10,000 might actually be a good time to go long. I'm looking to add a little bit to my long-term portfolio with Bitcoin on any sort of major dip. Okay, let's keep going here to NKLA. We kind of stopped watching this one. We had that limit order at 30.8. It would have been good to move it down a little bit after that horrible article came out, because that could have been a really, really strong swing trade. But it's kind of sketchy swing trading a stock that you feel like can fall off a cliff, get an offering, literally go from $20, $30 down to $10, $5. I just would not be surprised. So that's a big reason why I'm not really interested in it. About ADT, guys, I do want to dip on MYO. Oh, God. That ticker, just the noise, the sound just makes me get all crazy inside. So cutting losses. Let's very quickly talk about cutting losses. It's very difficult to do for any trader. It gets easier, I think, as the longer you trade, because at one point you realize like it's not about being wrong. It's not about being right. That has nothing to do with trading. Like, I don't know, it's like being a boxer and if you're a boxer, you're going to get hit in the face, right? It's like getting hit in the face or getting hit in general is not a bad thing. It's part of the game. So that's kind of like how taking a loss is. So when I saw ADT was down and I was down $50, I was not like, I'm going to hold this until it's green again. This is like stupid, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I got the entry I wanted. I was saying yesterday, actually, I didn't really trust ADT anymore. So that first mistake was maybe keeping the entry. But let's evaluate what happened. Oh, okay, there's offering news here at $10 a share. Offering news is typically really, really bad for a company, short term and oftentimes long term as well. So I don't like the catalyst. I don't like the fact that this is a second bottom support being tested. There's a lot of things I don't like about this one that I liked on the original trade that I didn't get my entry on. So you know what? I'm going to take the loss, and that's it. It's that simple. My thesis is wrong. My original, thesis of maybe getting a double bottom here on, no bad news, light sell volume. I would be happy with that, and then I would look for, to retrace back to 11 or something like that. Didn't get that. Realized my thesis was wrong. Closed it out. Took my small loss. That's what it's all about. If I got stubborn, I would be now at a, let's see here, I'd be at like a 10% loss. That would start being a little bit more painful, right? Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of review that a little bit on, it's so important just to take losses, yeah, that's just it. Never fall in love with stock, the one guy in the comments says. Yeah, just don't fall in love with the stock. You're never stuck in a position, right? I do hear that a lot, and sometimes I say it as well because it sure feels like it. But all you have to do to get out of the stock is click the sell button, right? It's that simple. So just keep that in mind. At the end of the day, that's all it takes. It's going to move again, Bitcoin USD from Brent. Yeah, I feel like it is as well. It's kind of consolidating higher a little bit with lower volume. I feel like it could be ready for a breakout. I don't know. I haven't been following Bitcoin as closely as I used to. Okay, so RKT, you know, I'm looking for that pullback. RCL. I actually have a limit order on this one, close to 60. I like the fact that there's big support, and if I got the entry at 60, I would be taking profits very, very quickly. I would not be holding RCL very long. I don't like the fact that this shoulder is higher than this shoulder, which is higher than this shoulder. Not very good signs. Kind of reminds me of AMC a little bit, just stuff I try to avoid. CCL, yeah, had that pullback. Nice little bounce here. I don't think I would go long CCL. CVAC, nothing really too new here. This is that European German biotech that has the coronavirus, or one of the coronavirus vaccines in the furthest in the process. I do think I would probably go long CVAC again, but I would like to see a bigger dip below 50 or so. What's your advice on AMC? We could talk about that. We're actually going to be pulling over AMC in a second here. LMND. So I have actually all my limit orders roughly at 45. 45.5 and 44.69. We didn't get down there just yet. I do think maybe we will see it. No rush on LMND for me, but I would like to enter on a possible triple bottom around 45. I think that could be a great entry. XPEV, this one's a little bit too high for me. I don't fully understand the company. I get it's kind of like the Chinese Tesla, but at the same time, not at all. So I don't know. I'm not ready for that yet. AMC, you know, I think everyone has a nice warm fuzzy place in AMC in their heart to some extent, or at least maybe they remember sitting on some sticky gum at AMC. But I think AMC, I mean, they're sitting on a huge something valuable, and I would say that they own a significant amount of real estate at every major mall in America, right? So I think we can't totally throw that out the window, but at the same time, we have to realize that's very expensive to maintain that. I don't really know if movies are going to go anywhere, but yeah, just like Jared says, I love their dinner and movies, and I think everyone kind of enjoys the dinner evening. I mean, the dinner movie evening. I don't really see it going anywhere. I love going to the movies in Berlin. I think it's a good experience, and I think there's a lot to kind of expand on it, and I think even it's going to kind of expand more into like a boutique thing, because now, like, if we want to watch a movie, we could just watch it at home, right? Not like 20 years ago, but at the same time, we still enjoy going out, right? So I think, you know, kind of a more experience like that dinner and movie thing Brennan was just talking about, I think is a real thing. So I think AMC could be a great entry. This is kind of the lower highs, lower shoulders I was just talking about before. I think it could be a really good entry. We clearly have huge support around 5. I would probably look for an entry around 5. 5.5 is typically where I actually look for my entries. So maybe anything around 5.5 and below and above 5 could be a great spot to pick up some AMC and then kind of hold this a little bit longer. I don't know, it could get hit hard again with, you know, a second wave. I could easily see this going back to like 450, so that'd be another way to play it. I don't know if I would totally rush this one, but for now, you know, we have huge support here at 5. You can see this was a major dip zone we had to bounce off of originally as well. So 4.5 to $5 and to $5.50 are all kind of interesting bounce territories for sure. What about Snow? Has it IPO'd? I have a place in Berlin and I'm often there. Snow. We'll have to talk about that one actually. We'll get to it. SNOW. LMND, no, RXT, I'm looking for that break of 17.5, buying near the round bottom, nothing really new there. XPEV, we were just talking about that one. Hold on, I'm going the wrong direction. DKNG, we talked about this one already. Look at that, back at 52, really cool stuff here. This one, powerhouse guys, DKNG, keep an eye on it. BETZ, and ETF for betting and gaming sites, kind of interesting if you're looking at DKNG as well. CLSK, I don't even want to look at this one because I'm going to start FOMOing. KCAC, impressive stuff with KCAC. I was looking for this one to actually pull back a little bit more for a second entry, but like I said before, you know, I'm looking for either a move here and then a rebound, or I'm going to be looking for a move higher to like 21, and then I would buy on the retest here. So those are two moves I'm looking for with KCAC. Jets, Yeah, the airline ETF we were talking about before. I would like to see this thing sell off ferociously and then buy a dip on it. CVS, we were talking about this one yesterday quite a lot. Yeah, had that actually quite a big dip earlier, so my alert went off, but I didn't notice. So let's see. I would really start thinking about buying CVS under 55. Why does it show 55 point? No, wait, let's just do 55. Nice. Jets looks like a 2-year bag to get to the Martize. Yeah, Brent, you're probably right. And that's a big reason why I said I would like to probably go long Jets if there was a big dip. Otherwise, you're right. I think you'd be holding it for a long time with marginal returns. Look at this. WBA had that low and, starting to creep higher again, already up 6%. Kind of interesting. So Workhorse up 3.5% today. I got to say, I've been wrong about Workhorse so much. It's impressive how much it's run, but it's inching up constantly with no volume. I think this thing's getting pumped somewhere. I'm really not convinced on this ticker. I don't know. I need to look into it more myself. Maybe I'm totally missing something. I'm just really not too excited about this ticker. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more that I can say about it. Good luck everyone that's involved on it. Maybe I'll do a whole analysis on WKHS at one point because I know a lot of you guys look at it. Brent says I'm scaling out of WKHS. Hype is insane. Totally how I feel about it. I feel like one day the hype's just going to be gone and there's just not going to be any buyers left. This thing's going to free fall. I mean, this thing's up from 37 cents to $26.9. It's like standing at a tall building and like your hands start getting sweaty. That's how I feel when I look at WKHS. The thing is, like, I think all the good catalysts might even be priced in to some extent. Although, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's going to be at $100 in like 3 weeks and you guys are going to be like, Alex, you have no idea what you're talking about. So you're right. I have no idea what I'm talking about with WKHS. So I don't even really feel comfortable talking about it. To me, it just looks overextended. I might be totally wrong. I don't know. I could easily see it, having one of these like big breakouts, like now consolidating, holding its highs and having another breakout. Who knows? We'll see. DPHC. Let's pull up DPHC very quickly. And then I gotta actually go really soon here. Yeah. But at least, DPHC had that low of 9.5. Now it's up to 30. I would have to check the market cap on these things. So let's see. Market cap 2.8 billion. I'm not sure how similar these companies are, so that's another thing I would have to check out. 1 billion market cap on DPHC. So if these two are roughly closer to the same market cap, DPHC would be like at $90. Maybe we'll get there. I don't know. Just hard stuff for me to get behind. SNOW Snowflake. What is going on over here? This doesn't make sense. There's coffee cooking, and I don't know if it smells burnt or not. So SNOW is an old ticker. That is being overtaken by the new company. I'm not totally sure if I'm right about that. So that would make all these old articles about the last company. I'm actually not totally sure about this. So if you guys know what's up, feel free to let me know. So this looks like probably the old news. Hold on. Yeah, so Intro West Resorts Holdings Inc., ticker symbol SNOW, a leading North American mountain resort and adventure company, to announce that it has entered into agreement to acquire. Okay, so old. And then eventually this thing started, actually, let's go back here, charts on the daily. Sometime right around here at 4/12, 2017. Let's go back to that. 4/12, 2017. Changes in control, acquisition. Yeah, okay, I had a feeling there's an acquisition. So it looks like, here we go. Kevin announced the completion of their previously announced acquisition. So WIRE, Wire, acquired Snow. Sometime here. So let's go back to Snow. So that's why this ticker is just like dead in the water, right? So this ticker is basically open for bids, and well, apparently Snowflake or Snowball, God, that always gets me, has this one right now, Snowflake. I don't know why I keep saying Snowball. I don't know. So Snow IPO, that's kind of interesting stuff there. So we'll be looking at this one tomorrow for sure. MYO pulling back. Yeah, what's the IPO price right now? Do they have an IPO scanner here? On TD Ameritrade, do you guys know if there's an IPO scanner? Actually, I have not used, or I've looked for it. There's a really nice one on Webull. Webull has a really nice IPO section. I really like their kind of overview panel on Webull. Code business moves, kind of great. Yeah, Webull, I really like Webull. I'm happy that that company exists. Tools, doing channels. Let's see, educator charts. No, visual calendar. Their IPO calendar is probably here. Today. Symbol description. Oh, come on, where's the IPOs? Standard. I don't know if I would go that far, Daniel. I like TOS more than I like Webull, but I think there's a place in the world for Webull because there's like this huge awkward area between Robinhood and TD Ameritrade. And I think Webull fits perfectly into that spot. I have not got the Fidelity account. I'm looking forward to IPO. I think I'll probably make a video on Snowflake tomorrow for the IPO. I just got to look into it a little bit more myself. And maybe try to figure out how to find IPOs on TD Ameritrade. I feel like this shouldn't be so hard. Think log, trading feeds. Am I doing something generally wrong right now? Thanks, Brian. I love getting involved with you guys. I learn so much from you guys as well. The probably because it's like, I mean, I'm imagining Ross Cameron, he probably gets super overwhelmed with his stuff. But that's also why, like, after 10:30, I really try to focus a bit more on the community. It's a little hard to answer questions and trade, so that's why I like, taking advantage of these kind of times, and that's also why I want to stop trading at 10:30, because the markets usually tends to die off a little bit, and then I could allocate my time to other things like swing trades and you guys. All right, well, I'm going to do a little bit more research here into TD Ameritrade, TD IPO research. So far, it doesn't look like I found anything, but something might be sitting right under my nose, and I might just not even notice it. So where to check? But yeah, Webull has a nice section for IPOs. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. I gotta run 11:10, a little bit over the time limit, but that's fine. Yeah, great trading days, you guys. It was really, really good fun. Nice that we wrapped up here with some pretty decent little profits. Always a good day walking away green. Look at that, DKNG back at 52. Let's see what happens with that one. And all right, before I get taken back into all these messages, I'll see you guys then in the recap video, and I will see you guys first thing tomorrow morning for another day of trading. I'm already excited for it. I can't wait. Hopefully we maintain a little bit of the momentum that we had today. I had 9 trades today, actually. I don't even believe that. I feel like I had a lot more than 9 trades. But yeah, 9 trades. It looks like somehow I feel like I had 20. A lot of base hits. That's probably why. So yeah. Take care, guys. I think I have to drink 9 beers today, 1 for each trade, so I remember how good it was. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Drop a like on the way out. Don't forget. Really, really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. Now I gotta end this stream somehow again. How do I do it? Hold on. Gets me every time.